Hey guys, this is Irrelevant 402 here. This is actually the first time I've ever tried filming myself, as well as trying to put it on YouTube. So this whole dumb fan fiction thing I want to do is like one part anniversary, pre or late, really early anniversary, and one part just kind of Valentine, for the annotation experiment. So yeah, I don't know, sometimes I just want to write something really weird and crazy, and I don't know, I guess I want to film myself saying it out loud as because I'm an attention whore or something. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell, kind of. So this is kind of a test drive, so I'm doing this using the channel as a guinea pig, really, to be honest, assuming I figure out how to put this on. I mean, that was just amazing enough that I finally gave myself an avatar on YouTube. And forgive me if I keep saying again, this is just a test drive, and I only have like 2 pages here, and if nobody likes this, it's it's okay with me. I won't do it. I won't keep writing it at all. Or if they have a better idea to do with it, I mean, I tend to fold to public opinions, and group, complaint error is always wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Okay, so here I go reading the Annotated Fan Fiction, only 2 pages of a rough draft, and fan fictions are typically just rough drafts, so fuck corrections and rewriting stuff. Okay, here we go. Mike had offered to take the garbage out if it got him away from his 2 parents fighting. Something about beers disappearing and his dad insisting he did not drink them over football last night. For even 2 minutes it was worth it. They seemed to love berating him for that rough patch where he took drugs, but could never realize that negativity and fighting didn't exactly help him want to stay clean. It all started when his friend Kevin, the dweeb, who was on the swim team, just suddenly disappeared. No suicide note or ransom or anything. True, Mike had started to pick on him, and it was his fault. He couldn't figure out just how to get his feelings worked out. Mike was roused from his thoughts when trash cans suddenly jerked and fell, scattering their contents. Captain Planet would have been so displeased. What emerged from between the 2 stinking trash cans was a blue-furred humanoid dog armed with a spear. "Hurr," he said, "there is no way you can be saved, human." Mike wanted to run, but instead his heart and muscles took command, and he struck the dog creature in the face. He seemed surprised, then chuckled. "At least you have spirit," the dog creature growled, and pulled back his spear to stab Mike to death. Then Mike heard an amazing and deep voice cry out, "Not if I have anything to say about it!" It was the strangest day or night Mike was ever having. Swinging in on a whip, no clue just what was attached to, was a large tanned man with blonde hair and blue flight jacket, landed between he and the dog creature. Simon Belmont! Simon Belmont, boomed the second stranger. "Trainer of heroes says, I don't think so." The name sounded faintly familiar to Mike. Maybe Kevin had mentioned it a few times. The gaming dweeb. The dog creature just chuckled. "Simon, you stupid fool. You can't fight us, Moblins. All previous encounters with us has sapped you of your will to fight, and you cower like a dog." Simon just smirked. Mike wanted to run, but he had a feeling this was all destiny. "I am a much different Simon Belmont from before." With that, he made a very gentle and not very impressive crack with his whip. The moblin jumped a second, but then Simon rolled up his whip and turned away to reach a hand out to Mike. "You okay there?" The moblin just burst in laughter. "Ha ha ha ha! Is the new Simon Belmont as a delusional fool? I'll take both your heads back to Ganon." Mike pointed at the moblin. "He's going to kill us!" Simon closed his eyes and smiled. "Are you now, Dogface? I'm sorry, but you're already dead." The moblin stopped chuckling, and his face became pain. A line appeared down the middle of the monstrous face and stretched to his crotch. With that, the monster was split in 2. Blood gushed out, only for everything to disappear with a burst of pixels. "Great job, Whip," Simon said, and patted his trusty whip while storing it away onto his belt. Mike was very afraid of what was going on. "I am Simon Belmont, hero trainer and guardian extraordinaire. I must say, I am quite impressed in you, young Mike. The way you fought back against the moblin with only your fist shows you have greater potential than Kevin ever." Simon trailed off, and sadness filled his face. Too late did he miss the cue, as Mike's face became filled with anger. Hey, you know something about Kevin, don't you? With that, the youth rose and latched onto Simon's lapels and shook him. What did you do to Kevin? Tell me! Simon allowed himself to be shook. I'm sorry, Mike, but it is a long, sad story, and now is not the time. You must come with us. Mike sneered. Come with you to your van, I bet, with loads of candy. You tell me now, I'll take 3 straps right onto your balls and go for your eyes. Simon looked to the sky. A little help here? As if by command, a bolt of lightning hit the ground, making Mike jump back from Simon. The figure of a man grew, a man in blue, white, and with one of those Chinese hats, and he held a staff. Down, boy, right, the guardian of the Earthworm ordered. This big lug is just as upset over Kevin as you are. In fact, more so. I should think, because they fought side by side. Mike showed his eyes from all the blinding light that Raiden gave up. Raiden? But that can't be. You're just a video game character, aren't you? Raiden chuckled. Oh, you actually play some video games. That's slightly better than before. Please come with us to Video Game World. Or rather, what was once that was changed into something terrible. I was all Mike could muster. Raiden nodded. Well, actually, not on drugs again. We should explain a little. This is sudden, Simon said. They were running short on time. Yes, you're right. Raiden agreed. You see, kid, here in your world, Kevin was just an ordinary kid, but in our world, video game world, he was Captain N, the Game Master. The Game Master? Mike repeated the word. He was green, but was yearning to be the champion, Simon explained and looked sad again. He may have been gone for weeks or months. Time is different between our worlds. With the time I have been here planning with Raiden, I should say a year has passed since I left my home. A year since it happened, Raiden said, and began to lead Mike forward towards a portal that sprouted out of nowhere. Mike allowed himself to move forward towards the light. A year since the great defeat of the N-Team and Kevin's death, were the last words Simon said as Mike left his world and began his journey.